Hello! Welcome back to the adventures of Aventus. Last we left off, the group had defeated the grandmother spider. Having a very short, clipped conversation with her, she attempted to stop her demise by informing you that if she were to be slain, the pail would spread unchecked, and that she was the anchor holding it in place. Whether you did or didn't believe that, it did come to a fatal blow, bringing her down once and for all. Immediately after the slaying of the grandmother spider, you were surrounded, as there was a troop of these unforgiving hunters surrounding you, coming out of the darkest corners and tunnels that led off to strange parts that were unexplored. When they showed up, they made you drop your weapons. At the end of a quarrel's tip, many crossbows pointed at you. They said that you need to speak with someone called Stonecutter, and you had agreed to start walking with them. That's where we last left off.
All right.
Okay. For hours, you all are walking through the jungle, away from the catacombs that the spider had layered in. This is a little bit more of a tamed area of the jungle for the most part. You see well-worn pathways through here, but you're surrounded by the silent scouts, and they stay on all sides of you, keeping their crossbows at the ready. They move like ghosts compared to the rest of you, despite their armor, navigating through the dense undergrowth with a practiced ease. Several times you hear a deep, rhythmic drumming echoing through the trees. Each time, the scouts pause, listening, and then continue towards it. Finally, you arrive at what appears to be a sheer cliff face covered in vines. The lead scout raises his hand, and from somewhere above, the drumming begins again. The cliff face shimmers and changes. Where there was once only stone and overgrown foliage, a massive gate appears. Carved pillars of stone flanking an entrance large enough for giants. Covered in those geometric patterns that you'd seen previously, looking like it was built thousands of years ago. The scout says, "Welcome to Tandraiden," and gestures for you to enter.
I'll walk in first.
I think at this point, most everybody's just gonna follow suit.
Pretty much.
Yep.
The scouts follow closely behind you. Once you've entered the gates, you notice several posted guards on the left and right in these small makeshift like outpost watch things here. This is sort of just a backdrop, just in case you guys decide to start fighting. We might end up using this. Let's give you an idea of the kind of rough state of the village that these people live in. Yes, they seem to be skilled with crafting and building, and have made themselves a place here in this desolate area of the jungle. Some of these structures do look quite ancient, like maybe they have built around something that was once in a much more grand state, but has since ruined and succumbed to the elements over hundreds and hundreds of years. You're not sure what the history is with these people, but if they say this is Tandraiden, then who are they and why are they here? After a short jaunt through this village, let's see here. Get the next part. They lead you to what looks like an ancient, overgrown ruin of a stepped pyramid, kind of like a South American sort of plateau of like the Aztecs or something like that. But it is somewhat overgrown with vines and trees and things of that nature. But it looks like they're still using it. And they walk you up the steps in the center towards the entrance at the top. Once inside, there are several guards, but most of them stay outside the door, allowing you to enter into this room, just the party. And the only person that accompanies you is directly behind you, the lead person who had initially spoken with you in the ruin, or in the catacombs, I mean. You see a dwarf of advanced age, powerfully built. His beard is braided with stone beads that lead almost all the way down to his knees. And upon a little bit closer inspection, you can see that he might be suffering from the pale himself. Maybe a very early stage of it, but there's splotches of white on his right arm. Crystalline growth
Casually
spreading.
elbows Runai. Hey, look at that.
Yes, I see. Fascinating.
The scout behind you says, "Stonecutter, I have brought the travelers." And he regards you all, studying you for a long moment before speaking. His voice is gravelly and tired. He says, "You have my gratitude and my apology." He gestures with an open hand, covered with those crystalline growths, to seats in front of him. Looks like stone stools.
I'll take a seat.
Likewise, I'll take one.
Anybody say anything?
I think I'll just kind of linger for a little bit, just kind of looking around.
Yeah, just kind of.
Okay.
Just
Looking
aware.
around the chamber here at the top, it is a very large open space in the center. May have once been used for some ritualistic or religious means, but has since been turned into sort of a one-room, like, apartment for this person. You can see there's a bathtub that currently has like half of it still filled with dirty water. There are some old plates of mostly picked clean bones nearby where he's had some meals recently, and it's kind of unkempt. He says, I have gratitude, because you did what we could not, what we were afraid to do. The grandmother spider is dead. Her immediate threat has ended. Though what it may mean for us, I will need to discuss with you all. We have watched you guided you to her lair without your knowledge. We're not proud of this, but desperation makes cowards of even the strongest stone.
You did what you had to do, right?
I think the real question is, with this big show of force you have, why didn't you just kill them? I mean, you say you can't. A little explanation on that is, appreciated, maybe?
We tried to kill her. We sent our best hunters, strongest warriors. They wounded her, chained her even. But when they raised their blades for the final blow, she spoke. His face, already solemn, darkens further. He says she told them her death would not stop the pale, that it would spread faster without her to anchor it. And then she invoked a name we have not heard spoken in 1,000 years. The one who lies between. He almost whispers the name, as if saying it too loudly might summon something dark and from another dimension. He says, our hunters fled. They returned here. And the council did not know what to do. We could not kill her. Could not cure the disease. And could not be the reason that we quarreled with the one who lies between once more. So it was forbidden to go back and finish her off. It was decided that it was better to just chain her in place so she couldn't escape.
So you believe she's not the cause? There's something that came before her.
I don't know. 6 months ago she appeared. We did not know from where. Though now I suspect it was the mines. But she was simply another jungle predator. Dangerous but manageable. Then her eggs began to hatch. Hundreds, if not thousands of them. Plaguing our forests with their disgusting, blood-sucking insects. He looks at his infected arm. Said, then we made a deal with her. A fool's bargain now, it seems. We would not hunt her if she allowed us to take some eggs. We thought we could use them. Some of us did anyway. Natural defenses. Keep the jungle dangerous. Keep outsiders away. Then our big people began to sicken. Pale appeared first in our scouts, those who handled the eggs the most. Then it spread to children.
At this point, Eos is pulling the egg out of her bag and giving it to Runai. Here, you can have this.
Okay. He's just gonna take the egg and just kind of look at it thoughtfully, and then up at Stonecutter. So the infliction of the
His eyes
pale.
widen as soon as he sees the egg. He says,
Okay,
please destroy that thing.
Runai kind of holds it a moment, and then he eats it. He's gonna eat it. Just okay.
He reaches
He
up.
eats it.
Why would you do that?
Well, but that happened. Okay.
For what I just told you. Are you immune to disease or something, rat? He slowly gets to his feet. He can barely walk. He starts like hobbling over to you. Says, do you have any more eggs?
I ate some others, but I did not take any more myself. But yes, I do have certain immunities, so to speak, but my question for you would be how you came to have the pale. These are not from the bites themselves?
The pale itself takes several days to gestate the victims that it enters. Once it's reached a certain state, the symptoms start to show, and they start to come out.
Airborne. Is it from breathing in the dander? Perhaps. How you are the most clear-minded of the inflicted that I have spoken with. If you could give me any insight as to how you believe you may have contracted this disease would be quite helpful for my own research. I find, I study plagues and disease and try to find cures for them. So if there is anything you can imply and give me, for example, I
There-
might be able to help.
Did they eat the eggs?
No,
Oh, yeah.
we did not.
Okay,
up on
then
the
we can
eggs.
rule that out. You're safe, Runai.
I was not worried about it to begin with. It was quite delicious, personally.
There is a dark magic to this disease. The way that it spreads, the way that it kills is insidious, mysterious, difficult to discern exactly its source. But it definitely seems to have come from contact with the eggs or the spiders themselves. And what we have noticed is after they start to show symptoms, things emerge from their skin, leaving tiny puncture wounds coming from the inside out.
When I was studying a sample, I saw that it looked to appear to be tiny moving creatures, perhaps, within the flesh itself. Do you think that it could have possibly been some sort of spider mite?
Do you have a sample now? Can you look at it?
I had one, but it seemed to dissipate shortly after the retrieval of it. But if you or someone else who's inflicted, I could extract a sample, but I would need to cut off a piece of your infected flesh.
Would they not have come across Getu, your friend out there? Maybe that's where you got it from, correct?
Sample? Yes, the sample came from Ketu, but after I extracted it from him, it dispersed shortly after.
Have any of your guards come across this guy yet? Getu, he was pretty fucked up out there. He would be able to show the sample?
Are you referring to the Eto that you saved?
Ellie attempted to save him. Don't know how he fared after we left him.
I don't like the way he mentioned that guy. I have
His,
a bad feeling on that.
his expression becomes complicated on his face. It looks like there might be a hint of shame, anger, and sadness all mixed together.
There it is.
He says you came here at the behest of the Eto, the Wadi. Yes, we know. We've watched you since you came into the jungle. I will speak plainly, as you deserve honesty after what you've gone through and what we've had you do for us. My people hate the Eto. Hate them with a passion that burns in our very bones. When the corrupted orcs came, they did not simply kill. They took, violated, left behind children that were neither dwarf nor orc, but something between, abominations born of violence and corruption. None of you have anything to say about that?
I'm just listening.
I've lived among the Edo people for some time, and they don't quite seem violent, as you say.
They were.
I know that they are people, just like we are. But the history that they have with us is unforgivable. Many of my people have been raised to fear and be disgusted by their origins. The things that came out of the Endural mines those thousands of years ago.
We did not choose that fate. So their ones who have come from that are blameless. We do not choose our origins or how we were made in this world. You say it happened thousands of years ago. Their bloodlines may have originated with your people in a terrible tragedy. They did not choose to be made.
I know that, but I am one of few that would care to consider their point of view. The fact is, our great civilization was destroyed and brought to nothing but what you see here in this small village, amongst the ruins and ancient catacombs filled with our ancestors. What they are now is of no importance. We keep them out of our jungle. The sacred land of the Tandraiden heritage will not fall to any with Orcish blood. We will make sure of it.
But you have no issue with us, correct? We are just here getting paid. I mean, as far as I'm concerned.
We did lead you to kill the spider, but there was no deal between us. You seem to be confused, drunkard. You got your orders from the Eto. Here, I ask something else of you, if you would hear me.
Oh, I'm not looking to get paid by you guys. I'm just making sure that... Well, it sounds like you're going to do exactly what I was afraid of. You're not looking for another side quest. Continue.
There is nothing side quest about this, stranger.
You know, that's
Problem-
an awfully mean way of asking a favor.
Well, it doesn't seem so much as a favor, as you've all contracted the pale yourselves. You just have yet to deal with the symptoms. He looks over you, sees spider bites on various ones of you, sees that you've eaten of the egg, says if any of you might be clear of this disease, it's most likely the snake over there. He nods towards more.
Dick?
Snake?
She says nothing.
Stairs.
She just stares at him.
So whether or not she chooses to take this path up is entirely up to her. But I assure you, your friends will succumb to this disease and most likely die from it if something isn't done about it.
You need
This-
to
let
indulge me further.
I've gotten too far ahead of myself. Let me start from the beginning.
May I extract the sample
We
to show you
believe-
what I spoke of?
We believe she came from the Enduro mines. What about the sample?
He wanted to take a sample from him to show him that there's like mite-looking things in it.
I would have you all listen to my story before we go anywhere. It was difficult enough to allow all of you inside our secret city. The council actually didn't even agree to this. But I am in charge of the defense of this place. Ultimately, it comes down to me who gets in and who doesn't. I'm the only one who wants you here. And if you start arguing with me, we're going to have problems.
Really? Such a mean way to ask for favors.
Like I said, you're all in the pit with us. Listen to me. He's like starting to freak out. You can see he's starting to redden in his face. He finally goes to sit down. Looks like it was very difficult for him to stand. He takes a flask from his hip and swigs it. The Endural Mines. They were our greatest achievement and our deepest shame. For generations we delved there, pulling precious metals and gems from the earth. The Tandraidens grew wealthy, powerful, proud. Then we delved too deep. We found something. The orcs came first, pouring from the darkness like a plague. They were not orcs as the surface knows them. They were corrupted, changed, twisted by a blackness, ancient thing, something that sleeps in the deep places. They overwhelmed us. We are master warriors, always were, master craftsmen, but they were endless. We lost our underground cities. We lost thousands, if not millions. We sealed the mines, swore never to return. The place has been absolutely forbidden. One may not go there, may not even go within 100 miles of it. That was over 1,000 years ago. 10 miles of it, not 1,000 or 100. We believe that the spider came from the Endural Mines. Varnolin, my grandson, he just had come of age. He received his spear. His very first spear, after swearing the warrior's oath. He was so eager, so brave, and so fucking foolish. Filled his head with stories when he was young. Tales of the old days, of the treasures we left behind. Artifacts of gold, weapons that could cut stone like butter. Armor that turned blades as if they were the wind itself. I thought I was teaching him our history, our heritage. He looks down at his infected arm now. Just this look of utter defeat on his face, his anger completely having subsided. Instead, I sent him to his death. He took 2 friends, Kara and Duman, barely more than children themselves. Hunters for less than a year. They went to the mines with him. They thought they could reclaim just a little, prove themselves, and bring honor with what they were able to recover of our history. They knew it was forbidden. Went anyway. None returned. Now here, 6 months later, the grandmother showed up. Don't think it's a coincidence. He silences himself now and just sits back in his chair, closing his eyes, waiting for a response.
Root, if I may ask, because I am not quite sure, how long ago did the mines over there close off that we were working?
It's been at least a decade. Close to.
No, well,
Yeah.
what he's talking about is a different mine. You're talking about the abandoned mine that's to the south. Here, I'll bring the map up. You're talking about this one?
Oh, those ones.
That's
Yeah.
the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, these ones shut down at the same time that he's talking about his son went to the Enduro mines. The timelines do line up. You did catch that clue.
They do line up.
What are the chances that those two mines are connected?
The tunnels underneath this land spread far and wide. It would not surprise me in the least that there was some path or passage that would lead there.
I'm going to go ahead and make a guess. Are you asking us to go and see if we can find your grandson?
He's quiet for a moment. He nods solemnly, says, I don't believe that he is alive. I really don't. Not after all this time. Unless he made it out. Maybe he was injured. He's nearby or something. I can't get anyone to go look. This is forbidden to our people. Regardless of if we would survive it or not. We won't chance it after hundreds of years of leaving the place alone.
But it is not forgiven. It is not forbidden to us, and that means that less loss on our end, or your end, for us. Huh?
There may be some answer to this disease there, if that is where the spider came from, and what she said is true. She said it was a gift from the one who lies between. Perhaps there's a way to undo its magic there. Pauses a moment longer and says, Varnolin wore our family's heirloom, an amulet of protection, passed down through 12 generations. It was to keep him safe. If you find him, if you find his body, I would have the amulet returned. Not for its magic, for the memory of the boy who wore it, who died because his grandfather told him too many stories about glory.
I don't want to speak for everybody, but I will say what we just came out of was a clusterfuck of a survival. And now you want us to go somewhere else where now you won't even be guiding us. This isn't going to be a simple trip. We might need a little bit of time to maybe try and round up some survival things to, keep us alive.
I estimate that you all have, by the look of your wounds, 3 to 4 days. Is that enough time?
So I was going to look at everybody. What do you guys?
That's enough time.
And then after that time, you will be struck down with the pale yourselves and hardly be able to get up out of bed, let alone go to the mines and seek the way to cure them.
Look, my
Would
friend,
very
I'm
I would
just
very
pointing
much
out.
like to
Take turns.
We can depart. We can depart the following day.
What'd you say, Runai?
I just said that, I'd be interested in going,
And Sal?
see what we can find.
I'm just saying. I am just pointing out the obvious. It's gonna be rough,
We
and
can
I won't.
rest.
Yeah, I won't speak for everybody either.
I know that great evil lurks there. Some ancient power. I would not suggest to go too deep. Just go until you find what you are looking for, whatever that might be. I have prayed long and hard. The only answer I can think of lies there. We'll get you as close as we can. Once there, you'll have to travel the last few miles on your own. Enter and seek the source of this devilish spider. Destroy it. Hopefully find my grandson or his amulet. Do you agree?
I personally find it fascinating, and I would like to partake in this task. I would like to understand and help with the Pale and the discovery, and if we can end it for all people, I think it would be worth the risk.
I mean, for me, one way or another, I guess I'm going that way because I don't plan on staying here, and I guess I'll tag along.
Well, if what he speaks is true, then it won't be long before you're showing symptoms, and we can help others and help ourselves, anyone who is afflicted by it in our own party. That not worth it alone?
I mean, if it strikes me down, I guess I deserve it. But yes, I'm along for this ride for the moment.
I will say this, Root and Eos. You look at some of your spider bites from the smaller clusters of spiders from the previous day, and there are little salt-like crystal growths coming out of the wound and spreading around it. Very small, just like a couple of centimeters, but you can see it starting to spread.
Hey, Will,
Shit.
what about the spider bite on Sal's neck from that night when that one came down from the tree? I mean, he hasn't told anyone about it, but
That one
Does that do
also
anything?
has crystalline growths coming out of it. Not much, that spider itself was very tiny, just a very small little amount of it, but it has progressed to the point pretty much equivalent to Root and Eos's much worse wounds. But I don't
What
think
are you
you
all looking at?
think he'd be
What
able
are
to
you
see
all
that.
looking at,
Yeah,
people?
he can't see it himself, so.
Yeah.
Do I have something in my teeth? I know I'm handsome, but I mean, come on, you can stop staring.
Do you say anything, Brunei?
I guess he's just kind of inspecting and, just kind of looking at everyone's, yes, it does look like what I extracted from Ketu. I would still like another sample if somebody's willing.
Eos is just kind of looking at her arm where a bite is, and she's just kind of like, dang it.
I see that you're all confirming what I've already told you. That is good. So you know that you're in the fight with us.
I mean, on that point, aren't the Etu also in this fight too?
The Eto, we cannot allow to penetrate the jungle. Even if
I'm
they were
just
to help
saying.
us. The council won't have it. In fact, the council, as I said, did not approve of this meeting. They did not approve of revealing the city to outsiders. Did not approve of enlisting outsiders. I protect the city, and I think that you all are a good pick for it.
Well, no offense to your council, but who got the spider killed? Your suggestion or them?
Yes, and right now, the greatest threat to Tandraiden is not an invasion, it is extinction. The Pale will kill us all if we do nothing. In exchange for you accepting this quest, you'll have access to our craftsmen, our alchemists, and our supplies here in the city. You can prepare, trade, and rest here. My scouts will watch you, of course, but you're not prisoners. Mostly be for your protection. There are those in the city that would kill you simply for being outsiders. We'll not allow that. He stands, offering his hand to shake.
Brunei shakes his hand.
He goes around and shakes everyone's hands that will do it, and nods towards the leader of the hunters behind you.
Yeah, Sal shakes his hand.
Eos nods and takes his hand as well and shakes it.
More nods, but does not shake his hand.
Okay.
I don't shake it either.
He has a inquisitive look at you, Root, and Moore, but he seems to be a little bit more understanding of Moore's off-putting nature. But he sees your kindly features and wonders why for a moment. And then there's a look of understanding in his eyes. Says, if it was up to me, we would stop this feud with the Eto people. We allow them to be neighbors. But it's not just up to me. And that wisdom's only come after 120 years of wisdom and experience. I know that you're friends. You won't be judged by me. He nods to the guard again, says, Duncan, please show them to where they need be. Says, all right, you lot, come on. Behind you, he's like, got his weapons put up. He's not actively threatening you guys, but he is like gesturing pretty forcefully to follow him.
All right, I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah.
Duncan says, is there anywhere that you need to go before going to your rooms for the night?
How are we on rations and stuff right now, Will? Probably need to like re-up on that.
Yeah, I believe you guys would only have 2 days worth left of rations at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And this would be the 6th day, so after today, you would only have 1 more day's worth of rations.
Yeah, I was gonna say me and Moore might have a couple more days worth because we, supped on spider eggs and stuff.
Okay. So do you want to ask to go to the food market?
Yeah, I'd like to go get some more food just to make sure we've got that and stuff.
He takes you, it's not extremely far. It's just like 15-minute walk to an area where there is a market in place where there's several vendors out there selling various fruits and vegetables and cuts of meat as well. Although the meat holders, you're not 100% sure because they don't just have it like hanging up there. There is like a smell of meat once you walk by it. You find out that they keep it like buried underground somehow and covered. Keep it cool. It's very odd. But there's definitely some sources of food here. Nothing quite as processed or well put together as what they might have available in the outside world. But there's things that you could get here to keep you satiated. However, they do have a system of trade here. They use copper and silver and gold coins as trade for their various wares. So ultimately, buying the stuff that's not like prepared rations is a little bit cheaper, but will expire if not used within a certain amount of time or kept in a certain way. So basically, how much money do y'all have?
5 gold.
That's quite a bit of gold.
I was told not to start with any gold, so I have no gold.
I was also told not to start with any gold, so I have no gold.
Didn't come with any of like your kits or anything like that? It's like mine said with like my herbalist kit, it said it came with 5 gold.
No, I said you don't start with any gold.
Oh.
So
Okay, so I don't have
I was
gold.
gonna ask
then.
where you got that gold from here in a second, but I was gonna wait and see.
Yeah,
I
got
wasn't
it
sure if that
from the
was
herbalist kit. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was just something you were gonna have certain people start on or not. So I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. I got
So
no
this
gold.
is what you guys could do. You get to the market and then you realize, oh, we don't have any money, and then they want to take you to the craftsman quarter so you can start selling some stuff that you've already acquired.
Okay. So I don't have 5 gold then.
No, you do not.
Okay.
I'm from the woods.
He's from the woods. He doesn't deal with gold. Not very much. All right, so let's start from the top of the list to the bottom. I'm sure you're 100% prepared for this. Eos, you got anything to sell that you've collected recently?
I got a handful of berries.
You also got some big melons.
You got some
Not my
watermelons.
melon.
Now,
Not my water.
you did give a couple to Ketu.
Okay, I have 1 bottle of that wine left from earlier.
Oh, he gave you a bottle of wine. Okay, now that.
I mean,
It's
there
gonna
was
catch a
no
good
giving,
price.
but
Yeah, she's kind of snatched it.
Okay. Yeah, like I said before, that wine is extremely valuable. If you start showing it off in the quarter here, however, there might be some cross-contamination of interests, let's say. It's up to you if you want to try to sell it here.
Oh yeah, because we did kind of get that out of, a tomb. That might be a ceremonial wine. We might make some people mad.
If they even know what it is. I mean, if they haven't seen something like this in
Like I said,
100 years.
the wine itself is very fine, and it's so old that the label's completely rotted off. You could get this across on a person who doesn't really know what it is and sell it for less, or you could sell it to someone who knows what it is or has a good idea and will give you more for it, but you'll have to make a roll.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So you want to try to find a knowledgeable person that'll give you the best price?
Yep.
Okay. So you're conversing with Duncan, the leader of the hunters here, quite a bit, trying to get an idea of where to go in the city. Eventually, they do take you to where they would have purveyors of wine and mead and fine alcohols. They have a better selection here than Fairstrand's ever seen. It is one of the main pastimes of these people, in fact. See people drinking left and right here, even while they're working in their stalls drinking.
Sal's found his people.
Yeah, it looks like this is a place that appreciates a beverage.
Oh boy.
Don't mind me, boys. I am about to go off and have a little bit of fun. A good day, sir.
Be more fun with more money, Sal. But let's
Oh no,
let's
I
save
am
time
going to
with
start.
it. You find somebody. Go ahead and make either a persuasion or a deception roll to get across how you came into possession of this wine. It's up to you, and we'll go ahead and do that in the regular chat.
It's a 4.
All right, did you go with persuasion or deception?
It wouldn't have mattered. It's the same thing.
All right. The older female dwarf who has her hair done in no less than 9 different braids that are all like looped up and around her ears and to the top of her head gives you a cross look. He says, "I know that you got these from the catacombs. You better just hand these over for what I offer. Because if you walk away from the stall, I'm gonna tell the hunters here."
Are you threatening me?
"Oh, I'm promising you."
Oh, that's not very nice, now is it?
She says 20 gold pieces.
You know what? Fair. Take it. It's yours.
She gives you 20 gold pieces. But she doesn't look very happy about it, but she doesn't really want to cause a fuss. And she knows that that is a steal for what it is you're giving her.
But at the same time, I don't care. Just take it.
Now, at the same time, who else has possession of this wine? Because this would be the moment you would want to sell it.
Al.
As far as I know, just Sal.
Are you going to try to sell any of it?
Oh no,
No.
Sal's gonna enjoy every bit of this.
Okay.
It's 20 gold.
Just remember, you gotta find a way to sustain yourself. So you had to find some way to make money.
Yeah. The guy that brought us here, I'm gonna kind of get with him real quick. Your stonecutter guy mentioned some manacles they put on them. Would these be it? And I'll show him the manacles that we pulled off.
His eyes kind of widen at the strange dark energy to them. He says, "Oh, those were just simple chains when we put them on that spider. Our dark essence is seeped into the metal. Keep that away from me.
I don't like that look. Okay.
It's probably cursed."
Cool. I'll keep that in mind. What about these books? And I'll pull out those dwarven books that we had. Do you have any interest in these?
He picks one up and like sort of looks through it for a second. Says, "I can't read." Closes it, hands it back.
It's a good way to start.
Yeah, Duncan's kind of a funny character.
So Duncan, I don't think I got your name until just now. It's good to meet you.
Duncan is a rather lithe dwarf. He probably weighs all of 75 pounds, and he's got black crosses over his eyes and one in the middle of his forehead. So 3 crosses altogether, and like one vertical black line that goes from the bottom of his nose to under his chin and down his neck and between his front pecs. He's very muscular, and he's got a very severe look to his face. He's just staring at you. Is there anything else you need?
Sorry, I was taking notes. Yeah, anybody, do you know if you have any bookie friends around here? Somebody who does buy books?
Sure, I'll take you to the library.
Sounds good to me.
He takes you to a ruined place where looks like they've fixed up half of it. sort of patched the walls with what bits of stone and stuff that they could. It definitely looks freshly patched. And they do have a small collection going on here. The books they take a great interest in. I did not tell you exactly how many books that you took from there.
I think you only said 2 or 3?
Yeah, it's not very many. Give me a 1d6 roll.
That's a 6.
All right. I'll say that you poured through the entire chest and got every little manual and book that you could. And you got 6 various ones coming out of there. The music stopped for some reason. Anyway,
Very suspenseful books.
he says he'll take them off your hands for 3 silver each.
It sounds good to me. Here you go. I have no use for them. I don't. Yes, I do speak Dwarven.
So that's like 1 gold, 8 silver, right?
6 times 3.
Or is it 5? Is it systems of 10 or 5?
It's 10.
Yeah.
Silver.
Yeah, so it's 1 gold, 8 silver. All right, let's go back to Moore. Do you have anything you want to sell more?
I have 2 daggers.
Okay, selling those is a possibility. They're not extremely fine or anything. Well, you have the obsidian dagger, don't you?
Yeah, and then
Okay,
just a
that
plain
one's
dagger.
worth a bit. Let me look it up real quick. You come across the same problem as with the wine. You're trying to sell what is obviously like one of the hunters' like bestowed weapons, because they all have one of these daggers. So you're basically selling like a cop gun to the weapon shop nearby, and they're gonna give you a strange look. So you can either choose to sell this to someone who doesn't know much about it, which, to be fair, is going to be kind of a rare idiot to find in Tandraiden, or you can sell it to someone who's obviously going to know what it is, but will take it for hopefully more than the other guy. Which do you choose?
She doesn't care who she sells it to, whether they know about it or not.
Okay. Give me an investigation check, just for this one. The D20.
$15.
15. As everyone's making their way around this village with you guys, you're keeping your eyes open. You see a young man who is playing nearby. He's probably underage, but definitely looks like he works out and probably has dreams of being a hunter one day. You sort of subtly approach him and offer him the dagger, if you agree or if you don't agree.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. He agrees to buy it for what he has on hand, because he knows what that is, but he doesn't have much money. He says he'll buy it for 2 gold.
Mm.
You could try to persuade him to go find some more money from his daddy, or you could just take the 2 gold and go.
Yeah, I'll just take the 2 gold.
Okay. He takes the finely geometrically carved obsidian dagger from you, and he's just like staring at it with wide, energetic eyes. And he
She just walks away.
turns around and runs off with it happily, blade up and everything.
We
Oh,
are
God.
all getting scammed here.
She stays expressionless and just walks away.
Oh, that kid's in a fucking shit ton of trouble when he's found out. But probably good deal not trying to sell that in a regular
Hey
vendor
kid, I got a
shop.
cop gun. You want to buy it?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Okay, Root, do you have anything you want to sell?
I don't have shit.
Okay.
I didn't take shit. I didn't take shit.
All right. Well, I'll keep this in mind as you are traveling. You can also roll survival checks to hunt and to get yourself some extra food, or if you like get stuff from stuff you guys naturally fight to eat, that works too. Yeah. So anyway. So with the money you've now acquired, you're
I haven't sold anything yet.
okay. Runa, go ahead.
'Cause I got a list. I've been waiting. So remember like when we first got into the jungle and stuff, Runai was able to make a week's worth of ant bomb for the whole party. So I've got quite a bit of ant bomb.
That's already been used up at this point. You also
all of it.
you applied a lot of it to Ketu as well. That was an extra dose of it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And it's been 5
well-
days rough travel here, and it's
Oh,
probably
okay.
out by now. You'll have to. Well, you got like another day left, but it'll be out by then, and you kind of
Mhm.
need it for the party.
Okay, well, I've got the fangs of the grandmother spider in case, somebody wants one of those as like
Ooh.
it's like hey, this is a trophy kind of thing. Like she's dead, she's gone. Here is proof of it for, they can have it for their city or whatever,
You kind of
I've got-
like mention it to Duncan, and you're asking him where you could sell them, and it's the first time he's actually looked somewhat shocked. Besides the manacles.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
because
like-
I've got her fangs and I've got her venom glands.
You think that that's safe? Sell that here.
Handled properly by someone who knows what to do with it. And, how big are the fangs, Will?
They're big. They're like probably 2 feet long.
Some big ass fucking fangs. Okay.
Yeah, they're like that spider was enormous.
Yeah.
Get the
Okay.
dagger out of those bitches.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely could make some sort of poison Chris weapon out of it, and it would be pretty dope, especially with the gland attached to it. But the gland will die
Yeah.
after a certain amount of uses.
Yeah, attach that to your tail.
Right? I know. I was thinking about keeping one fang and one venom gland, but I can sell a gland and a fang.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check for that.
Hi. I also have 2 regular smaller fangs from, before. So I don't know if that would be of any
Yeah,
interest.
it'd probably be the
hold-
same person who'd be interested in the lot.
Okay, you said investigation.
Ooh. Very nice.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, and that would just be a, minus 1. That would be a 21 exhaustion.
All right. You do talk to somebody at a shop that has various parts used for crafting different creatures' parts. And he looks at the spider stuff. He's like, I think I know someone who would like this a little bit better. His hut is right over there. He points to it. And you guys go over there and talk to this very old dwarvish man who comes out and sees the stuff. And he appreciates the fang and gland that he sees. It's like, oh, you could make such a weapon with this. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll take this off your hands. How much do you want for it?
What I would just like something fair for both of us. Don't want to be undersold, so to speak. It was quite a task obtaining.
Roll a persuasion check.
Hi. Let me see. So that'd be 12. It'd be a 14.
He says, I could offer you, let's say, what are the 2 small ones and the 1 large land? The 60 gold pieces.
It sounds quite fair. I believe we have a deal.
Amazing. You got 60 gold pieces. Be right back.
But okay.
Crazy. I will also be right back.
You guys feel free to talk to each other.
Yeah. Well, Root just had to go for a minute too.
Yeah, so we'll be waiting for a minute. I just had to get up for a split second.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep this in mind while he's not here. We don't hurt his pride. Since he didn't get anything, maybe some of you could help him a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give him some when he gets back. Thank him for guiding us and stuff.
That's a good idea. And that's probably the
Yeah.
one thing he would actually be okay with sharing is the profit from the spider parts.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yeah.
his pay for helping us.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if there's anything else I could sell, but I don't think so.
You've got a vial of swamp water.
Yeah, well, I'm keeping that for study.
And also, I said
I got
that the flesh dissipated? Did I say that?
Yeah, you said like it looked like it like melted, like they were moving and wiggling for a while, and then it like melted.
Yeah.
And it just kind of died. It just like rotted and died, just totally dissipated.
I don't think it totally dissipated though. It's just became like a liquefaction of flesh. I mean, it still would have been in your flask.
Yeah, I still have it, but it wasn't like. Could I still see the mite things moving in it?
Yeah.
Or would those have died? Oh, okay. I guess as he's rummaging around his stuff, he sees it and I guess realizes that, like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
you
that
go
it
back
had
to
changed again.
Okay,
Yeah, while he was.
Upon closer inspection of the vial there's definitely like that film that's come to the top of it that reminds you of what you saw in the swamp.
Mhm.
And you're not seeing the movement anymore.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean there's no movement.
Yeah. Interesting. Fascinating.
I wonder if there's anything in D&D for seeing microscopically.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe Eagle's Eye stuff for Barbarian.
Maybe.
Because Totem Barbarian can get that eagle sight or something where they can see like 1,000 feet away. Maybe you could compare that.
Yeah, maybe.
It's
That's
crazy.
interesting. That's an interesting thing. Wait, there's eyes of minute seeing. Interesting.
Yeah, Mickett had that in our campaign. I'm trying to remember what that was. I think that was detect magic.
It's an item. Okay, guys. Well, let's just keep going. I don't know how long he's gonna be, if he's in the bathroom or what, but so to buy a day's worth of these perishable rations, they're pretty cheap. It's like 5 silver per meal. But in order to preserve them for up to a week, you would have to buy some like preparative satchels that are basically lunch boxes. But these are more expensive and difficult to make, so they're quite expensive to get one of these. But if you got a big enough one, maybe you could put everybody's food in it. But it's gonna cost a little bit. Let's say so it's 5 silver per meal, and then if you wanted a large satchel for everyone's to fit in, it'd be 40 gold.
That's a lot of gold.
Yeah. Also including the meals is just expensive just by itself. So basically you would take how many days you guys want meals for, and then divide that in half, and then multiply that by gold.
Is that 40 just for the
lunchbox?
satchel?
Yeah.
I was gonna give Root out of my 60. I was gonna give him 10, and I wanted to give like 5 to more since she only got 2 gold. So more, add 5 gold to your 2 that you have.
Okay.
Yeah, he just kind of gives that to you like, I believe you deserve to be more compensated for that item.
She just nods and pockets it.
Okay. How much food do you guys get for how long? Somebody do the math. Hey.
I am not the math one. Hey, Root.
Yes.
Runa is gonna like come up to you and gonna hand you 10 gold. Just would like to give you a bit of thanks for your help in guiding us through the jungle and showing us the ropes, so to speak. And I believe that you deserve this.
I really have no need. But thank you.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am sure.
Okay.
I can do 3 days, I think, with my 1 gold, 5 silver.
Okay. All right. Upon talking to Duncan about how far it would be to the mine and back, it's gonna be about 4 days. Like a 2-way trip. So, you know, you might be hungry the last day or have to find another meal or something. And you already mashed up all of your watermelons, so you can't use that as a sustenance replacement.
Yeah, I just took like 2 to try and do the
Right. Okay.
alcohol.
Yeah, I still got 12 watermelons.
It's got to be pretty heavy, yeah.
I think so. I mean, we probably ate some of them. I didn't mark anything off.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I've got, I don't know, shit.
Also, Sal, you'll check on your fermented watermelons, and they definitely do seem to be like a good like beer consistency right now. Like 12 to 13%.
It's got a nice,
yeah.
got a nice little froth going on. Okay.
Yeah.
Does it From my knowledge with alcohol, would it look drinkable yet, or should I leave this for a little bit longer?
It's probably drinkable now. Would get you drunk now, and it might be nicer if you leave it a little longer.
All right,
It's
I'll
sort
leave that
of-
a little bit longer. Yeah,
it's
give
sort
it
of
some
like
age.
a wine.
I'll leave it another day or two.
Okay. Anyway,
Well, I'm not good with math.
like I said, you just take how many days you need, which is 4, and then multiply that by, well, half it, because it's 5 silver per day. So that's 2 gold, basically, for 4 meals.
Okay, and I'll just be on like the safe side, and I'll get 8 meals just to have extras in case anybody else
Okay, so you spend
needs
4
some
gold.
as well.
Okay, you spend 4 gold
Mhm.
for that.
Yeah.
Eos, do you want to buy some meals?
Yes.
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 4?
Yes, please.
All right, that's 2 gold.
Easy peasy.
More?
2 gold. I'll buy 4.
Okay. And then Root, you're not gonna buy any meals?
I'll get my food in the jungle.
Okay.
Will, quick question too. Is there any like potions around here for sale?
That's
While we're still in
definitely
the
a
market?
question you could look into, but they're gonna be probably like 50 gold
Hmm.
for the
I got
smallest one.
51. Yeah, I got 51 gold right now. Okay, it's fine.
Sal,
I can afford 3.
3. Okay. All right. That's just 1.5 gold. So one gold, 5 silver.
Yeah, that leaves me with 3 silver left.
Yeah. But these meals that you guys are buying look way better than the other rations you were taking. They're fresher cuts of meat, fresher fruits and vegetables. Nothing's dried. It does look like if you guys don't eat this stuff within the next like 5 days, 5-6 days, it'll go bad. So you gotta, take it as you will. So this is basically only for this journey, is all I'm saying. So if you find other sources of sustenance along the way and decide to eat that instead, then it's not gonna save this food, basically. So it's like
Yeah. Like I said, I got extras, so Sal, if you get hungry, I bought extras just in case, anyone needs it.
But if you
I
wanted to
did
get
mark off some of mine.
like that bag of colding, like I was talking about, it'd be like 40 gold. But
I ain't doing that.
It's not 100% necessary. That'd keep it good for like several months. But anyway,
Is that what it is? With that bag that he's offering, is that just a holding bag, or is that a bag of holding?
effectively it's like the joke item, a bag of colding. It'll keep food fresh for several months. Stuff in there's magically cooled. It's a minor enchantment. Okay.
I'm gonna go back to him real quick.
All right.
And my friend, that bag you speak of, yes?
Yeah.
Hey, are you up for trades?
Perhaps. What do you have for trade?
I'm gonna pull out one of the bottles. Do you have a cup, my friend? I want to share a little drink with you.
Yeah, he pulls
want
out a
a drink?
tankard.
Yeah,
It
there
seems
we go.
everybody around here has one readily on hand. He says, I've already got a drink in it.
Ah, but you haven't got this drink. And I'll, may I hand me your cup?
Roll a persuasion check.
Let's say 10. Because we still have our exhaustion, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 10.
All right. He says, "Why not?" And kind of like downs the rest of what's in his cup and holds it out for some more.
I take the cup, do a little flourish, and pour the wine quite flourishingly and hand it to him.
Okay.
Take a sip of that.
Flourishingly.
He does it
He did it
flourishingly.
behind his back.
He looks at it. He smells it. He says, "Watermelon. Nice." And starts drinking it.
He clips his tongue before he says nice.
Oh, that wasn't the watermelon one. That was the
good
that
stuff.
was the fancy wine.
What? You're using the fancy wine with this guy?
Yeah, I've already got one bottle open. I've been drinking on the fancy wine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the fancy wine.
Let me do a roll over here real quick. That changes things. Yeah, you should probably verify that with me. I did not know.
Yeah, that's the one I'll be using.
Oh yeah, he doesn't know what it is. He starts drinking it and he's like finishes it finally. There's some like running down his ample beard. He like looks at you. "Where the hell did you get this stuff? That's damn delicious."
I used to be a merchant, and alcohol was my expertise. And I just happen to have a freshly unopened bottle here.
Yeah. What do you want for it? I'd love a bottle of that.
You have that bag, yes? What's to a clean swap? Yes?
Yes, it is quite a fine wine. He nods. He hands it over to you. Holds his
hell
hand
yeah.
out for the bag.
I'll even
or the
I'll even
bottle.
top off. Here, I hand him the bottle. I'll even top off your mug again with my other one I've got opened.
Okay. You can go ahead
And
and
I
mark
top
off
them off
2
again.
bottles because you gave him one and drank one with him.
Oh, this is the one I've already marked off one
Yeah.
bottle because I've already been drinking some.
Okay, perfect. Alrighty. So you've got yourself a bag of colding you can put your various things of food into. This is the large one, so it's fairly big. How are you gonna get everybody to put their food in it? Or are you not gonna offer?
Oh, I'll just find everybody after a while and be like, "Hey, look, I got this little bag.
Okay.
You all heard what it does, right?"
Runai just puts all of the rations in there that he got.
Alright.
If I stick my hand in there, will it vanish?
Why don't you try it?
She gets
No,
closer.
it does. It's just got actual space in there. All it does is keep the stuff cold. So there's no like extra dimensional space inside of it. It's just a big bag that holds all of the various wrapped in like paper food.
I shut it closed on her hand real quick. Oh no, it's got you.
Cute. All right, so that's 19 meals in that bag. So nearly enough for 4 people for 4 days. But there is an extra person who's being stubborn and not taking any gold.
Don't need any gold.
Oh wait, no, that's enough for 5 people for 4 days. Actually, somebody was probably looking out for you. I'm dumb. Either way, even if you get a bad roll or 2, Root, I'm sure you're gonna get covered by somebody in this party because they're looking out for you. Whether you like it or not, suck it up.
That means I also have a way to keep these bottles cold and nice and cool.
Yeah, I'll say. So, how many bottles do you have left? 4.
Should be 5, I think, because I opened one.
You started
with
with
8.
8. You threw one
Opened
to blow
one.
it up. So that would have been
Yeah.
at 7. And then I guess you drank 1. That'd be 6.
Eos took 1.
And then you sell 1. That'd be 5.
Yeah, and Eos took one.
Eos took 1.
Okay,
That
so
would be
that's 4.
4. Yeah, so 4. Keep a track of that in my head. I don't need to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to
do
keep
that.
track of it too.
So you can fit the 4 and the meals in there, but there is no room for just about anything else. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do? I know you guys don't have much money. I will say, as you guys were traveling around with Duncan and getting just the strangest and sometimes fearful, sometimes hateful looks from the Tandraiden people here, nobody has affronted you or accosted you because you're walking around with one of the finest hunters here, a very well-known individual, second-hand man to stonecutter, Duncan, and he's had to like back some people down a little bit, just coming up and talking to him in an angry sort of way. But ultimately, it's gone a lot more smoothly than you might imagine, infiltrating in a secret city that everywhere else believes is completely destroyed. But from the talk with Stonecutter earlier and some other things that you've picked up here and there, people talk about the old cities from time to time, which you believe are underground. So perhaps there are ancient, ruined dwarven cities just a few miles beneath the surface, or maybe even closer. But they no longer inhabit it due to dangers and darkness and various vague references to creatures that you don't know about. Eventually, you'll come across that person who buys the fangs off of you, Runai, and he invites you to come in and talk for a little while.
Okay.
When you go in there and start speaking with him, he will teach you what he knows about spiders and the way that their venom works, and about what he's learned about the Pale, since he's been tasked with learning about it as well recently.
Okay.
And he imparts some of his knowledge on you over the course of the rest of the day, if you agree.
Yes, absolutely. He readily agrees.
Okay, that'll be how you spend your night tonight. And he'll even say that you could bunk with him or go bunk with everybody else. They don't necessarily have anything other than spare rooms that they're setting up for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them in the barracks. So there's not much else. So this is how you will attain your 2nd level. When you go to sleep and wake up, you will be at your level 2. You can send me that PDF file later, or just pictures of your real sheets. You know, you could fill out the online sheets just like everybody else if you wanted to, and be nice in uniform. But we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Root, you do not like these people. Deep down, you don't agree with the vicious way that they've blocked out and treated the outside world, especially the Eto people. You've seen for years the way they get caught in traps if they go too deep into the forest, or they just mysteriously go missing. Some children, like very young men and women, that have just gone missing in the forest that you believe these people are responsible for. There's a certain amount of hatred, I guess, that flows both ways. They hate the Eto, and the Eto hate them.
Right.
I will say, at some point during the day, there will be a dwarven man that walks up and starts talking to Duncan, and Duncan's turning him away. But you can overhear that he's talking about the Eto. And he's asking about Ketu.
When I catch that, I'll be very upfront and ask Duncan what that conversation's about.
The young dwarf that was talking to Duncan turns to you and says, Ketu, I've known him for a while now. Talked to him before. We met while he was out on a hunt. Let's say 2 years ago. I heard that he was involved in some sort of attack, ambush. I want to know if he was killed.
He was close to death when we found him. We were able to stabilize him some, but believe the Pale has taken him too far.
Damn it. He looks very saddened by this news. This, an unforgiving man. Tandraiden man. All supposedly in a blood feud with the Eto. But Ketu was Eto. This man seems to miss him.
I understand that your people have a problem with the Eto people, and they have a problem with you, clearly. But I do not believe that either of your groups are necessarily evil or bad people, just people trying to survive.
He looks at you and says, that's one way to put it.
I think it's a huge disservice to both of you to continue this violence toward each other when there are very clearly bigger issues on this island.
Yeah, I tried telling that to the elders. They're old and they're set in their ways.
If we go into this mine and we solve this problem that you have down there.
What mine? The Enduro mine.
Yes.
He looks kind of shocked. They're sending you there.
I am. We are going, yes. But believe that it is best for the island to take care of this issue. Would you not agree?
Perhaps there could be some talks eventually. I mean, I haven't seen an outsider here, right here in the city for my entire life. I don't know when the last time they let outsiders in.
So provided that we are able to solve whatever evil is in this mine and bring peace to the island, would that give me any sway in conversation with your elders?
They were to listen to you, yeah. Hopefully they would. Half of them come down with the tail already. Maybe, feel grateful to you. I could tell you about them. Maybe you could get on their good side if you knew a little bit more about them.
That would be beneficial. I would like to negotiate, if possible, a sit-down between your elders and the Eto elders, and find a way to peacefully coexist.
All right, he says his name is Garish, and he invites you to come stay at his home for the night.
Sure.
You'll go with him and you'll talk about various religious beliefs that still remain in the Tandraiden people. Several gods that they revere, and that's my wife yelling at the dog, and several different values that they hold in the highest respect. He'll also give you some personal information about the various elders that he knows, grandfathers, grandmothers, people that have been in their position for a very long time. And they sort of just push the same stories about how their civilization fell, what it means to them to be the ones that have to defend the last of their blood from the outside world, how they don't trust the outside world. Anyway, the wisdom that you gain from this, along with the religious knowledge, will put you into your second level for the night.
All right.
Eos, you notice something about this village. The drums near the outside where the cliffs were. You have picked up that they have triggers in the jungle, magically set. Are you there, by the way? I just want to make sure you're there.
Yeah, I'm here.
They have triggers in the jungle that warn them when things are getting closer. And when things are closer, they cast a ritualistic spell called hallucinatory terrain and hide this place from sight. So even if you did come to this place in the jungle, you would not be able to see it. It would just be a cliff face. This sort of magic is mesmerizing to you. To be able to control the terrain and the view of it, view of nature itself. I'm going to...
She just kind of
Go
puts
ahead.
her hands together and she's just like, wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, the way they do it is like a group ritualistic pattern, but some of them claim that they can do it on their own. That they're powerful druids under their own right. You kind of talk to them and show them some of your abilities. You speak to some of their pet tigers that they have. Eventually, you level up.
Biggest kitty ever. And then she levels up.
Yep. Sal
Awesome.
and more. Sal has been ecstatic ever since he's gotten this wine and has tried to share it with many different passersbys, and probably you at least a few times more. You ever accept?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to turn
there
down.
we go. Open up a little.
It's hard to turn down such a fine wine. How old? Can't even tell. It's probably older than anyone here. It's saying something. But listen, the drink is good, but it's not enough for more to get extremely close to anybody here. You feel like if they knew who you were, if they knew what you've done, where you've come from, they would throw you out. They wouldn't have anything to do with you. And you could care less. But you've got to remain vigilant. Keep that secret guarded. However, something about Stonecutter recognized you, recognized what your people are. And Root would know this now, or at least after this night, that they do have a history with the Yuan Ti. Thousands of years ago, they used to be allies. Did not last very long, and there were some wars here and there. But the Tandraiden people have a great respect for the Yuan Ti. either as friends or as opponents. And Sal, you know that Stonecutter referred to her as a snake earlier. What do you want to do with that information?
I think with that information, he probably will, just out of Cat's curiosity, try and get a little better looks at her from time to time when he offers the wine. Try and get a little better idea. Why did he call her a snake? Was that meant as an insult?
Can you
Was
make
that...
a perception check with advantage? Ooh.
a natural 20 for just 26. No, 25 minus 1.
What does he see when he looks under Moore's hood, Moore?
He would see a slightly pale greenish tinted skin with faint scaling and yellow slitted eyes. Long black hair. That's
Hot.
about it.
I'm hearing hot.
That's what he sees. That's it.
He was not kidding when he said snake, was he?
Moore remains silent. Although you believe he's on to you.
More. I have a more, no pun intended, involved question on your expertise, I think. I was recently informed that these manacles, not as magic as I thought, perhaps cursed. Do you want to look at these for me?
She nods.
All right. That's perfect. You can make an arcane check.
It.
Would I reasonably be able to help her with this and give her advantage on it?
Yeah, sure.
What do I do for advantage?
You just roll it
What?
again. See if it's better.
Okay.
Pick the
And-
best roll. Okay.
13.
You believe, looking at these manacles, that there's something to what Stonecutter said. That this grandmother spider, wherever she came from, whatever powers the spider itself was bestowed with, probably demonic in nature. Some sort of dark energy resided in that spider and in the pale curse itself. And something seeped from that spider into these chains. Probably just raw power itself. Now, whether that power is corrupting or not, you can't be sure. But you do know that there's some sort of special, magical quality to these manacles. Which there are, how many did I tell you? 4? 4.
You just said they were on the spot. You didn't say how many there were.
I think it's 4.
Possibly, yeah. For the legs.
Is that it?
Yeah, you're not sure with that roll what they would do.
Okay, so she looks at him and then she would just respond to Sal that she would just say dark magic, dark energy.
That's about the same response I got earlier, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Well, that's not going to be tempting at all.
Duncan is walking by and he sees you guys talking about the manacles. He walks up, he's like, they were just normal chains when we put them on the spider. Don't know what happened to them.
Well, if I ever find out, I will be sure to let you know.
You could just put them on.
Don't tempt me, my friend. He
Hey,
is looking at the manacles now, going, maybe.
is it possible I might get a little more of that wine you've got?
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, no problem. Come on, I'll share a cup with you.
All right, and he does take it. Okay, so more sharing, more stuff goes throughout the day. You will eventually probably finish this night with 3 bottles, okay? So,
Oh, without a doubt.
yeah. That's okay. That's okay. That's perfect. I will say, from reviewing these manacles, learning a little bit about this history here, the strange occurrences surrounding it, more, you're gonna reach your 2nd level for the night.
Nice.
And Salvastari, you're getting a 2nd level purely by drinking to it.
I can jizz to that.
Oh my god. Oh god.
No special circumstances needed.
Nobody else needs to drink his alcohol anymore. Don't trust it.
No, it's got to be another level. Let's drink till the night's done.
It's gonna be very frothy.
Okay. All right. With that, night will fall over the jungle. The village itself is beautiful at night, lit up with torches far and wide. You think that this population is probably smaller even than the Warri. The Warri is pretty damn big. If the Warri and this place ever did go to war, they would probably lose. It's probably wise that they keep themselves hidden from them. Not that the Warri would go to war, but I don't know, maybe now after so many years of suppression from this group, they might consider it. Not even to speak of the Kari, the runner tribe. There's a whole lot of others, seemingly of the same sort of dwarvish, corrupted with orcish blood. Or maybe enriched by orcish blood. Who knows? I guess it just depends on your point of view. The night comes and goes through. There is a cacophony of frog and cricket and buzzing noises of insects outside your various structures that you sleep in. However, it's just a wonderful background noise. All just kind of blends together after a while, allowing you to rest very, very well. And everyone can lose up to 2 exhaustion levels.
Yay. No more exhaustion.
Yeah, that should be everybody.
Yes. Thank goodness. Will,
Go ahead.
are you wanting me to do my story thing today, or are we doing that another
That's
time?
beautiful. I do want to do your story, and then we will conclude.
Okay.
Let me bring up my half of it.
Yeah, we never did our run through like we were going to.
It's all right. We got this.
We got this. Yeah. I gotta pull mine up too.
So, Runai, as you go to sleep with the alchemist in his hut filled with herbal like ointments and strange little mortar and pestles, and the fire going nearby to keep it nice and warm, that never shutting green rune eye remains open, staring at the ceiling. You twitch in your sleep.
Okay.
You start from the top.
So, all right. Weariness from the journey settles over him, his normal eye feeling the ache of sleep beckoning to him with the sweet promises of restfulness. Closing his heavy lid and falling into the depths of slumber, his other eye begins to open. A small slit of green pools out across the fur of his cheek, slowly opening wide and casting a curious, pulsating glow into the night beyond it. Tap, tap, tap. The familiar sound of his staff clicked softly across the cool stone flooring. Torches lined the walls, though there always seemed to be a looming darkness their light couldn't chase away in the Fortress of Fears. He padded quietly through the corridors, venturing into the deeper levels where his brother Shardpaw was awaiting him. Fumbling absent-mindedly with the pouch he was requested to retrieve, a familiar twisting of nerves rose within his chest. Rounding a corner of the dark hall, a door came into view, light pooling around its edges. It was heavy, old, and only few here had access to this part of the fortress. Pushing it open, a room full of cabinets of tools and beakers with bubbling liquids came into view. Tables with scattered tomes and books were sprawled across them. He could see his brother's back turned to him, reading something on a page he was leaning over.
Ah, Runai. You kept me waiting long enough.
He turned to him, his round spectacles highlighting the redness of his eyes. Shardpaw was a bit larger than Runai, with a longer, sharper face, his fur less dark.
Probably grew 3 new crystals on my arm now with how long it took you. My patience was beginning to grow thin.
Bright green shards of crystals laced his right paw and forearm, his own branding of what was done to them in this place.
Did you retrieve the bright crystals as I requested?
Runai nods towards him and hands him a small satchel. You run out of warpstone too fast, brother. You wouldn't have to wait if you weren't so persistent with this obsession. Shardpaw scoffs.
Don't call them that. Only the Skaven refer to them as warpstone. We're better than that. We're not like them. They're not like us. My obsession, as you're so keen to call it, is what will produce results. Change for the Under Empire. Freedom for them, like us.
Shardpaw beckons Runai to follow him. His brow furrows, Runai feeling the weight of the word freedom on his tongue as he replies to his brother. Freedom, with a great price. And we are Skaven, like it or not. The manipulated bright crystals did give us that. What corrupts them is the very thing that gave us back our humanity, to make our own choices. They do deserve that. I just wish that there was an alternative path to obtain that reality. Shardpaw shakes his head in disagreement.
Barnabas gave us a gift. Knowledge, Runai. Among other things, I intend to put them to use.
They enter into another room, colder, bleaker, the scent of blood, chemicals, and fear marinated into the walls and flooring. A room with far too many memories to escape from. A dull ache throbs through his left eye as flashes of his changing occurred here as a young ratling, images swirling as clear as if they were only the day before. A very large Skaven, strapped and bound to a stone table, was lying still, his fur matted and stained with blood. Shardpaw emptied the pouch onto his working table, choosing a tiny glowing shard from the pile, and begins to etch sigils into it.
I'll work my way up to the larger ones. I wish to see how a small piece affects him. A lot to fight in this one.
Runai studies the Skaven upon the table of change. He didn't look any different than they did, really. Stronger, leaner, and more battle-worn, with scars and a missing chunk out of his ear, but lying still and quiet, he could have easily been one of their brothers. As he was observing him, the Skaven's eyes snap open, a deep, guttural growl escaping from deep within his chest, teeth gnashing, straining, and fighting against his binds.
The great horned rat, always seeking. Devourance, rat things. He will find you, kill, slay, traitors. Horned one, gnaw on your innards. Big teeth with traitor bones.
Brunei recoils at the outburst, his eye pulsing with sharp pain as images of the Under Empire flash in his mind at a dizzying pace. Hordes of Skaven beneath the surface of the world, flashes of them discovering the warpstone as once timid rat folk, the great horned rat creeping from the darkest pits and manipulating their minds into a hive for his purposes, the stones used for weapons and powering plague machines, strife and violence among each other, clans forming and fighting, greed, scheming, backstabbing, manipulating plagues and diseases being created to purge the surface world, tunnels spreading like veins in the deep dark below. His head was pounding, spinning. He staggers backwards across the floor, clutching at his eye. A hazy glimpse of the great horned rat fades, the rest out of sight as he looms into view, looking directly at Runai with his clawed hand extended.
Annihilation! Kill rat things! Curses you!
A gargling shriek emits from the Skaven as Shardpod drives the crystal into the center of his throat, muttering an incantation and the words of the sigils he etched into the bright shard. The vision breaks for Runai as he bolts from the room, leaving the screams and his brother behind.
And the vision fades for Runai this night. Perhaps a dear memory to him, but definitely laced with nightmare. We're gonna pick this game up next time, making our way now to the Endoral Mines to see what lies there. To save not only yourselves from the pale disease, but two separate and distinct cultures that rely on what you might find there. Anybody have any parting words?
Until next time. Dun, dun, dun.
All right, next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh my gosh. Will, are you gonna message me what Runai learns about the Pale and what that guy wanted to talk to me about? 'Cause
Yeah.
we didn't really go into that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, kind of went over some things, sort of halfway purposefully. I want to tell you guys some things in private.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, I
right.
figured you probably did.
Okay. Love you guys as always. Thank you. We will be fighting next time. So.
All right, sounds good.
Bye.
All right.
Forward to it.
Bye, you guys.
All right. Bye, everybody. Y'all have a good week.
Later.